Welcome back to the AI Week, your deep dive into the 5 biggest stories shaping the world of artificial intelligence.
And this week, it's a wild mix of music charts, space infrastructure, Wall Street panic, and one shocking revelation about America's digital foundations.
Exactly, from AI-generated pop stars to Google's space-based data centers, and even Michael Burry betting against AI. This might be the most unpredictable week we've had yet.
And wait until we get to number 1, because it's a bombshell about how the US government is decades behind the AI curve.
Let's get right into it. Here are the top 5 AI stories of the week, starting at number 5.
At number 5, AI just hit the Billboard charts.
That's right. This week, Zanya Monet and Breaking Rust, 2 AI-generated artists, entered the Billboard Hot 100, racking up millions of Spotify streams, and even landing brand deals.
And what's wild is that most listeners didn't even realize they were listening to AI.
Exactly. The vocals, lyrics, and production were all AI-assisted. But the songs were marketed like any other pop hit.
This isn't new in concept. We've had deep fake voices for years. But this is the first time fully synthetic artists are competing directly with human musicians at the top of the charts.
It's the next step after virtual influencers like Lil Miquela or Hatsune Miku, but with music that actually trends organically.
And here's the twist. The record labels are loving it. No egos, no tour demands, infinite creativity.
But that raises a big question. What happens to human emotion in art when the algorithms know exactly how to replicate it?
Right. Are we creating music or just optimizing dopamine?
And while AI is rewriting what it means to be an artist, another industry is trying to rebuild its relationship with AI. Coca-Cola just took a second swing at AI-generated creativity.
At number 4, Coca-Cola is back in the AI game with a brand new, fully AI-generated Christmas campaign.
After last year's fiasco, where their first AI campaign faced backlash for being soulless and over-engineered, this one feels surprisingly warm.
They've created a nostalgic blend of digital artistry and 1930s Santa illustrations, all generated by AI trained on classic Coca-Cola archives.
The result? An AI Santa that looks like he stepped out of a Norman Rockwell painting, except he's 100% machine-made.
And people actually love it. The campaign's viral across social media. Not for the technology, but because it feels human again.
It's fascinating, and brands are learning how to make AI invisible. Not the star of the show, just the creative tool behind the curtain.
Exactly. AI advertising is evolving from spectacle to subtlety.
And what Coca-Cola nailed this time is tone, using AI to amplify emotion, not replace it.
But speaking of emotion, the financial markets just felt one too, thanks to a man who's been right before almost everyone else.
Number 3, the Big Short investor Michael Burry just made headlines again, this time betting against AI.
Yeah. The man who predicted the 2008 financial crash placed massive put options against NVIDIA and Palantir, calling the AI market irrationally inflated.
Burry says we're in an AI gold rush, but warns that the hype's moving faster than real productivity.
And he might have a point. Every major company is now branding itself AI first, even when the tech isn't ready.
Still, NVIDIA's revenue keeps breaking records. And governments are pouring billions into chips and data centers.
It's like the dot-com era all over again, only this time the product actually works.
Exactly. So the question isn't, is AI a bubble? But how big will it burst before stabilizing?
And that's what makes this story so important. Because while Wall Street debates hype versus substance, other players are literally launching AI into space.
At number 2, Google's next big frontier isn't on Earth. It's orbiting above it.
Yep, Google just announced Project Suncatcher, an ambitious plan to build solar-powered AI data centers in space. by 2027.
The goal: reduce the environmental impact of massive AI workloads by moving compute infrastructure off-planet, where solar power is constant and cooling is natural.
It's wild. Imagine AI systems operating in orbit, connected to Earth through laser-based data transfer networks.
Essentially, the cloud is becoming literally the cloud.
And the implications go far beyond sustainability. With AI running in space, these systems become politically neutral, outside national jurisdiction.
That's the real power move here. Space-based computing could mean a new era of sovereign AI owned by corporations instead of countries.
And it makes you wonder, when AI escapes Earth's borders, who governs it?
Exactly. Google's stepping into the domain of geopolitics now.
And that brings us to our number one story. Because while tech giants reach for space, the United States just got a harsh reminder. Its digital foundations are still stuck on Earth.
At number one this week, a stunning report revealed that the U.S. government is sitting on what analysts are calling hidden AI debt.
Yeah. It turns out that 80% of the federal IT budget is still spent maintaining outdated systems, many built before the internet even existed.
Think about that. The country leading global AI development can't even upgrade its own infrastructure.
One insider called it trying to teach AGI to a fax machine.
The report shows thousands of critical government systems running on COBOL and Fortran, languages from the 1970s. And many agencies have no plan to modernize before 2030.
That's terrifying. Because as private AI accelerates, the gap between government capability and corporate power keeps widening.
Exactly. The same institutions meant to regulate AI are technologically unprepared to even understand it.
It's not just inefficiency, it's vulnerability. Outdated systems mean outdated cybersecurity, outdated data, outdated decision-making.
If the AI era is a race, America might be driving a self-driving car with a flat tire.
And here's the kicker. Countries like China, the UAE, and France are building national AI operating systems, while the US still relies on 40-year-old software.
It's not just about innovation. It's about survival in the digital age.
This story might be the biggest wake-up call of all. Because if infrastructure doesn't evolve, no amount of AI progress will matter.
So, to recap, AI is now topping the Billboard charts. Coca-Cola's found its creative rhythm. Michael Burry's betting against the hype. Google's building data centers in orbit. And the US government is still running Windows 95.
Laughs. It's the full spectrum of the AI age. Genius, greed, creativity, and chaos.
But the pattern is clear. AI isn't slowing down. It's expanding into culture, economy, space, and governance.
And the question now isn't what AI can do, but who's actually ready for it.
And one last thing before we go. Everything you just heard, from research to writing, was created by AI.
That's right. This podcast is AI analyzing AI.
If you enjoyed the show, hit like, subscribe, and share it with a friend who wants to stay ahead of the future.
And remember, from Monday to Friday, we bring you the AI Daily Deep Dive with the latest headlines. And every Sunday, a full-length AI Week special like this one.
This has been the AI Week. The world's changing fast, and we'll be right here to decode it.